What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Kiva of Come Get This Commentary. And if you're here for the first time, thank you for stopping through. Please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you see that you like being here. Maybe even scroll down my content to see if anything catches your eye. Also, if you've been around for the long haul, you're an OG. Okay, I see you, I thank you, and I appreciate you all being here. So we have a lot of stuff to cover. Okay, I probably have 10 things on the agenda I wanted to get into, so we're going to try to rock it out. Some things will be on the screen, some things won't. I'm going to see how I work with that, and I'll have to share my screen, so I'm going to actually come on camera and get right to it. So first up, okay, we're going to talk about Illinois. They're not letting people just have their children be online, okay, performing, making money, being the star of the show, and not getting paid. So if you are a content creator over in Illinois, okay, they have a new law that's going to force the influencer parents to compensate their children for appearing on their social media. Okay, now I'm not going to pay, okay, for this, but definitely it did state, because I think I had like a trial or something. Let me see if I can pull it over here, find it somewhere. Who else brought it up? Basically saying they're not going to let you just have your kids showing up. Oh wait, that's the same one. Wait. Yeah. No, hold on, let me go back to the other one. They're not going to let you just have your kid on here doing all the things and you reaping all of the benefits. Let me stop sharing my screen and put up this new screen. And that's what happens. You have kids on here, their parents, they're so cute, they make their money, and the child don't get anything. Okay, it says starting July 1st, mind you, we're already into August, so I'm late to this, but I still wanted to bring it up because there could be some people over in Illinois. It says they will require adults to pay children under the age of 16 if those minors appear in at least 30% of their social media content over a 30-day period. Those funds are to be placed in a trust, which the minor can access at 18. Oh, now I didn't see that part. Okay, I didn't see that part. So that's very interesting. Okay, parents who fail to do so can be sued by their children according to the law. Okay, while there are laws in place to protect children in professional film and television productions, there have not been any in place to protect those who are in the online worlds. And they did state up here, it said TikToks, YouTube videos, and other types of short form content. So you got Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, and things of that nature. So they're going to have you guys pay. Okay, vloggers are responsible for maintaining records of their young co-stars' appearances. The idea for the legislation is to make sure that they're not being what's the word? Oh my God, I drew a blank on the word. When you're child labor, okay, they're not going to have you be forced into some type of child labor. That leads me to the young man who is now a teenager. He's probably 12 or 13. Ryan, he have been on YouTube God knows how long. I think he was 5 or so. And now that he's older, he honestly doesn't appear to want to be out here, you know what I'm saying, making these videos. However, his family do have him still making videos, and he also looks like he's acting like a child. So I don't know if he's being paid. I don't believe he's in Illinois, but it did make you think about a lot of the child YouTubers that we see. This was interesting, child. This is shameful. This is a hot mess. 4 women, and they said there are going to be more arrests, okay, have gotten caught up bringing in illegal chicken pot pies, okay. Illegal chicken pot pies and cell phones. Okay, let's get into this video.
New at 6, phones and more smuggled into the Fulton County Jail. Tonight, the Fulton County Sheriff's Office confirms it has an ongoing corruption investigation and 4 security officers who work for a contract company arrested. Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie is live at the jail where he's been poring over the warrants against these 4.
Wow.
Mark, you found some allegations that seem shocking.
Yeah, a Fulton County Sheriff's Office official says this investigation started in May.
It always boggles the mind how they're willing to risk their good paying jobs. I mean, I don't know how much they pay, but you working as a contractor in a prison, it probably pays pretty decent, depending on the cost of living where you at, but you risk that to bring chicken pot pies and phones and things in a jail to strangers, and you know it's against the law. Like that's crazy.
And more arrests are expected, but for now 4 young women are residents of the jail where they worked until yesterday.
They work for strategic security. I can confirm that they have all been terminated.
The Fulton County Sheriff's Office says it turns out 4 security officers working for a contractor at the county jail were security problems. Records suggest Briasha Tate admitted using a book to hide phones.
Your mama
allegedly confessed to
named her that.
smuggling in cell phones in a cutout inside a book.
Yes.
Now one might say that Fulton County Sheriff's Office is throwing the book at her after a corruption investigation. We counted 10 criminal warrants naming her. Records indicate after she reported to work Tuesday, she was transported to the Jail Investigations Unit's office, and that Ms. Tate stated she had sexual intercourse with an inmate inside of the bathroom in the tower on floor 7 South on 3 separate occasions. That Ms. Tate stated she brought a total of 6 cell phones inside of the jail and gave them to the inmate. That Ms. Tate stated she cut portions of the pages of the inside of a book.
Why is this given? You know how they have on cartoons when the cartoon person is in prison and they got a cake or a book and they got a chisel in the book. Like, she really, you know how hard it is to cut through a book? The dedication to really want to get that phone in there. But even still, my question is, don't they walk through? Well, maybe that's trying to pick up metal. I don't know. But you would think that shouldn't have been that easy to get through. Child, that's a mess.
And concealed the phones inside of the hole in the book. That Ms. Tate stated she brought strips, paper laced with chemicals used for smoking, inside of the jail on 2 separate occasions. That Ms. Tate stated she received payments from the inmate via Cash App for the contraband items she brought in and gave to him, and that her Cash App payment summary from the inmate showed a total of $1,682.
She going to jail, got all the felonies for less than $2,000. I thought it was going to say her Cash App had like 50 grand. I mean, it's not enough. Well, yeah, you give him, if I get like 100 million, I get like wow, life ruined.
Security officer Regina Harris faces 3 warrants related to a contraband cell phone provided to an inmate. Ms. Ammon says terminated security officer Lacuna Ballard is accused of sending explicit photos and videos to an inmate, plus a couple of conspiracy charges involving conversations about how to bring cigarettes and cell phones into the jail. And Ms. Ammon says terminated security officer Anisia Silas faces a conspiracy charge involving a phone charger and a charge involving giving an inmate unauthorized food, namely a chicken pot pie.
A chicken pot pie got you terminated, and among other things. Ooh, child. And what's crazy is the inmates don't care. They're not broke up, or I mean, they're going to be punished as well, but they're not losing no sleep per se. Like, oh, I really hope the ladies are fine. I hate that they're going through this. They probably like, damn, what they dumbasses do to get caught. Okay.
Now, Ms. Ammon says all 4 suspects were given bond, but as of late this afternoon, had not made bond yet. We tried without success to find
Let's move right along to the next. Now, this what I'm about to discuss is old, okay? But it's worth a discussion, and I'm gonna go through it really quick. I'm not going to dwell on it, but it's I'm sharing it because it makes a good point, okay? So we all know Shannon Daughtery has passed away, right? So Shannon Daughtery has passed away, and so did this young lady here named Kat. Y'all remember Kat? Her right here? Okay. Both of these ladies have passed away. Why I bring them up today very briefly is because both of them stood on business about who they wanted near them, you know, with their family mourning for them. Shannon Daughtery disinvited two of her co-stars, Jenny Garth and Alyssa Milano. I'm not going to play the video, but basically she said they didn't like me anyway, so why would I have them here at my funeral? And I was like, that makes so much sense. And she had pre-planned that. She didn't this was part of her funeral planning. Her family knew you're not going to have certain people here at my funeral. Hold on. And Kat also spoke on it too. She made a video. We're going to play hers. It's like a minute or two. Hold on. Okay, let's play her video. Make
like
it bigger.
You said, in and out the hospital, damn near back to Laos, damn near back to lose.
Also, this video was over 2 years old. A couple of people in the comments on Facebook stated this was not a current video. This was like 2023, 2022 when she made this video, but it was not her final message. She had made plenty of videos since then, but you know, people will grab a video, caption it, whatever they want. But what she said still rang true, and I wanted to play it.
Lose my damn kidney, which I am, but shit. All thing I can say is God got the last say so. So if my kidney go, whoop. And my kidney come from here all the way down the roof, then go completely dead, then I would be dead. Y'all gonna be like, damn, I should never said that. Oh my God, these was the last words I told Kat. With your cock-ass ugly ass. Now she dead. She done went and died on this. I shouldn't have said that. Oh my God. Kat, I'm sorry. Please come back to life. If you come back to life, I would have told you I'm sorry. Bitch, stop all that lying and go suck a dick.
Oh,
motherfucker. Bitch, don't apologize to me when I die. You know what? When I die, just cremate me. Cremate my motherfucking ass. And I don't want nobody at my funeral. That's all. I don't want nobody at my funeral. I don't want nobody at my funeral. Okay? So if I die and be dead and gone, guess what? I'm be resting well, peacefully, getting away from all the fuckery. And I won't be suffering no more, or I won't be worried no more. I won't be hurting. I won't be down here in this hellhole with y'all motherfuckers. Have to listen to y'all check me all day, every day. Baby, I would be well peacefully.
So I played that and brought up Shannon Daughtery simply because both of them didn't want fake people at her funeral. And I feel like sometimes you got to stand on business. I didn't mess with you when I was alive. I'm not messing with you when I'm gone. And it was a slight controversy going on with the family. The sister had made this post talking about she was going to stream it, live stream It ended up not being live streamed. At least I couldn't find it. I saw a lot of people saying they couldn't find it. But they did say if they wish to attend the funeral, you may contact the funeral home and give a donation, and they will get your name and you'll be able to attend. So it was like, it appeared, this is what it sounded like, they were charging for people to go to the funeral. Okay, I'm not sure how that went. However, the funeral home did state after, now this was like a week or so after she did this, they state we're not opening the funeral up to the public. It was a lot of people was upset, and they were stating, well, we paid money, now what? So I don't know who got what money, how it went down, but at the end of the day, Kat made it clear that she wanted you to stand on how she treated her last. And that's the attitude a lot of us need to have. If people not gonna treat you right when they're alive, you start planning your stuff now, so that you don't have to be bothered with the fake. Your family don't got to be bothered with the fakeness. You ain't got to be bothered with the fakeness. I just appreciate that from both of them. Hold on, listen. Calm down. We about to play it in a minute. Now, this next one was very interesting. I don't know how I ran across this, you guys, but there have been a lot of talk in the news about people deciding to basically euthanize themselves. Okay, they have terminal illness. One lady did it because of her debilitating depression, but they didn't use this, but this is called a suicide pod. Okay, just the fact that the person thought of it, but hey, we had Dr. Jack Kevorkian, right? He had his own suicide contraption or what have you. This is a suicide pod, okay, that you can pay $20, if I remember correctly, to get in. I want to share it. Get in the comments. Tell me your thoughts. What do you think? Let me grab this really quickly. So this conversation isn't meant to shock anyone. It isn't, there isn't going to be any body shown or anything like that. It's not graphic. It's a realistic conversation about people who get to the point where they don't want to be here and they want to leave here on their own terms. That is what this is about. And this is a device that was made. And I wanted to go over it. Okay. So definitely this is not anything to shock and discuss. It doesn't encourage you to commit acts of violence or things of that nature. Okay. The one thing I learned is that when a person makes up their mind to take their life, it's already made up. It's really nothing you can do about it. Have they had instances where I believe a teenager, I'm not sure, a girl actually got charged for like not forcing them, but telling them to do it some kind of way. So that's not what this is, but let's get into this invention.
Technology can both amaze and horrify us. Our next story tonight is more about the latter, the horrific part, courtesy a new product on the market, a suicide pod. It is exactly what it sounds like. A pod meant to assist suicides. It is a futuristic-looking contraption. Once a person climbs into it, nitrogen gas will be released, oxygen will be eliminated, and within minutes the person will die, all at the cost of just $20. It is the
$20 to go into this contraption of your own free will, of your own free thought. Push a button, and your oxygen is removed.
The very definition of dystopian. Understandably, the pod has received severe backlash. It has been met with calls for bans, but the makers are undeterred. They plan to launch the suicide pod in Switzerland. Here's a report.
This is Sarko, the Tesla of euthanasia. At least that's what it's been dubbed, because this is a suicide pod. In crass but simpler terms, it's a portable machine to kill oneself. This is a futuristic-looking 3D printed machine. It was first unveiled in 2019. Ever since then, it has...
Comment below if you have heard of this. I've never heard of this. I didn't. 2019. I think we were dealing with the pandemic. A lot was happening with the pandemic, but I still don't remember hearing about this. Let me know if you heard about this. This is completely new to me. Never knew something like this existed.
It has been mired in controversy, and expectedly so. But now the drama has reached new heights, because for the first time it will be open to use.
That releases the lid. The lid is very light to touch, so it's very...
The details are not clear yet, but the pod is expected to be launched in Switzerland and put to use in the coming months. Why Switzerland? Because of their law. Assisted suicide has been legal in the country since the 1940s.
Oh, okay. I get, okay. Because I'm like, why did you pick Switzerland? So they have been allowing assisted suicides. Okay.
And there are two requirements. First, the person wishing to die must pass a psychiatric test. Secondly, the assisted suicide has to be performed by someone with no direct interest in the death. The procedure is straightforward. There are legal guardrails. This makes Switzerland among the best options for assisted suicide, not just for its own citizens, but globally. The country is now called a suicide tourism magnet.
Wow.
So Switzerland was the obvious pick. But what differentiates the pod from other means of euthanasia? How does it work? After the psychiatric test is complete, the pod will allow a person to die without the requirement of medical supervision. The makers say it will reduce the dependence on doctors.
So they climb in to the capsule, they close the lid, they will be...
Comment below. What do you think? Do you agree with assisted suicide, or do you feel no one should assist oneself in taking their own life? And mind you, I'm speaking of those with sound mind. No, they know what it means. They know it's permanent, not just, oh, I'm mad, I want to do it. No, I'm talking about those that this is why I want to do it. I'm terminal, things of that nature. Do you agree? And also comment below, would this be something you might consider if you were yourself in a position and felt you didn't want to be here anymore because your daily life was so hindered by what you were going through?
Ask questions, and that part works. A few questions are asked to see whether they know what they're doing. Who are you? Where are you? What happens if you press the button? That allows the power to come onto the psycho, and then the person says, if you want to die, the voice says in the processor, press this button. The person presses the button immediately.
And they make it straightforward. So if you decide to use this, they ask you, they're not beating around the bush. They're not trying to sugarcoat it. Do you want to die? Yes or no?
In the base, the generator, a large quantity of nitrogen is produced, which eliminates all of the oxygen in the actual capsule.
Once the button is pressed, the expected time frame is 5 minutes before death occurs. The pod has been primarily built for people with serious physical illnesses. Plus, it's relatively cheap. It costs $20, so it's accessible. But the idea has invited more discomfort than praise. The pod has received severe backlash.
This is a solution that we really don't understand, which is luxurious. We could call it that. That is the design. But it seems totally inappropriate to us. The way we work, using pentobarbital, which is prescribed by a doctor, which allows people to die gently, surrounded by their loved ones, friends, and children, is a death that is so much more serene than shutting oneself up alone in a sarco, even if...
And I would agree with that. Being able, if that's your choice, being able to have your loved ones with you, holding your hand, but then I look at this, what if you're alone? Or what if you and your family, everybody don't get along with their family, even in trials. You can have cancer, you can have muscular dystrophy, COP, anything, and you still can be alone and don't have family. So what about those people? I feel, when he said that, I'm like, well, people that aren't close to their family and they're dealing with something debilitating, they should still have an option, right? But this was a interest. We're going to do a few more minutes.
If that Sarko happens to be facing the Matterhorn.
Authorities have suggested that the device should be banned. They have called for severe punishment for those assisting the suicide and the inventor. Critics call him Dr. Death. But the inventor is sticking to his guns, or POD, in this case.
It's not just some medical privilege for the very sick. It's a fundamental human right. If you've got the precious gift of life, you should be able to give that gift away at the time of your choosing.
So that's the logic, returning a gift. But one thing that takers should know is once a decision is made, they won't be able to change their minds. Because once you press that button, there's no going back.
Okay, so that, and I guess that's why they do the, is this what you really want to do, right? Do you really want to be here? Okay. So you will be making up your mind on the spot. You're not going to be confused. So let me know down in the comment, what are your thoughts? What do you think? I found that highly interesting. Just the fact that it's invented. Let's move on to this former Atlanta police officer accused of offering a child money for inappropriate things. Police are here to protect and serve, and clearly.
Welcome back. New at 5, a former Atlanta police officer is in jail accused of offering money to a teenager in exchange for sex. John 2's Michael Seiden joining us now live outside Atlanta Police Headquarters. Michael, this accused officer was a familiar face to you and other members of the media.
That's exactly right, Karen. In fact, I remember just last year coming down here to APD headquarters where I spoke with Benjamin Hobson when he was working in the public affairs office, which essentially handles public relations for APD. But today, a spokesperson confirmed that he had been on extended unpaid leave before the department terminated him on Friday.
Hi, my name is Benjamin Hobson with the City of Atlanta Police Department.
Once featured on the Atlanta Police Department's YouTube page, former APD officer Benjamin Hobson explained in 2021 how his family reacted when he told them about his move from his hometown of Augusta to Atlanta.
Leaving Augusta and making the transition from the medical field into policing was a big transition for my family and myself. Growing up in a single household, my mother was extremely shocked.
But tonight, many of his former colleagues in Atlanta are also shocked after they saw this mugshot following his arrest over the weekend in Augusta. According to this wanted poster, Hobson was charged with enticing a child for indecent purposes. The alleged victim, a 14-year-old boy, told authorities in Richmond County that Hobson pulled up to him while he was walking and asked him if he needed money. And when the teen said yes, investigators say Hobson offered him $200 to perform a sex act. The teenager ran away and reported this to his mother. Then, earlier this month, when the teen returned to school, he spotted Hobson working at his school as a hall monitor.
Nah. So this man was a predator at his school. This cop was a predator at his school. What I'm happy about is that the boy told his parents. You know what I'm saying? So many times children are afraid to speak up. I'm very happy that he immediately let people know what happened and that he saw him at the school and he wasn't afraid. Because a lot of times predators like him get away with things because the child is afraid and they don't speak up. So.
And reported it to authorities. So I reached out to APD to see if they have any concerns here locally, if there's any kind of investigation, but they referred me back to Richmond County, which is the agency that's the lead. I did reach out to their spokesperson, but I am still waiting for a call back. As soon as we get an update, though, we will pass that along. As far as Hobson, he remains in jail without.
As he should be, as he should be locked up in jail. You don't even know what to say. Okay. So good. As he should be. Now, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Kim Porter. Okay. I haven't seen it in the news verified that they're reopening up her case. Everyone's calling for it. They want it done. Personally, I believe that's going to happen. Okay. I definitely believe it'll happen. It's just when, how, who. Okay. And when when would it happen? With that being said, I came across the I Am Kim Porter book, sort of like, but it's not really a book. And I wanted to share it because I found it very interesting and I want to get your thoughts on it. Would you purchase it and do it? So this is called I Am Kim Porter. Okay. When we scroll down here into the about, it's a film. Okay. So it says, step into the captivating world of I Am Kim Porter, an interactive film that invites you to participate in the extraordinary life of renowned model Kim Porter, the influential mother of Puff Daddy's children. This groundbreaking cinematic journey allows you to shape Kim's narrative through your choices, offering a unique, immersive storytelling experience. So what this is, it's not a book, but it's a movie where you create her story, you make her ending. So I don't know how it works, but I guess you would buy it, download it, and you click, I'm guessing it'll say, will she marry Sean Combs? You click yes, it goes, and then does she get pregnant? You click no. Like, you can change her story or what have you. So I found that really interesting. I'll have it linked somewhere, or you can just look up I Am Kim Porter. It is SMS novel. Let's play the video that they have here.
But he's gonna always remember her. But he's gonna always remember her. Kim was who Kim was. And then if he ever try to forget her, all he had to do is look at his wrist.
What you mean by that when you say that, Kim Porter gave Puffy a straw?
Girl, it's a beautiful night tonight. Now it's a beautiful night. Girl, that ain't no goddamn stars. Those are them damn building lights. Stop playing with me.
Once upon a time, there was this young man from Harlem that met this beautiful young lady from Columbus, Georgia.
He asked me if I did drugs. What did you say? I said no, but he told me that.
So I'm not going to play it all, but that's like a trailer of what it is. I just found it really interesting because I thought it was a book. And her best friend, it's alleging that there's a book written, being alleged. And it's been in the hands. I guess they've sent pages to different social media people. They've read some of the pages. The authenticity of the book has not been determined to factually say, yeah, that's the book. Okay, that's it. But it sounds real, so what can we say? Basically we're going to just have to wait and see. Okay, let's switch gears over to the weird, and you get what you deserved here. So this man, okay, fix it, somebody fix it. Okay, it says live 2-foot eel chews through man's intestines after he put it up where he shouldn't have put it. Okay. This is no way to do your own colonoscopy. Okay. These doctors remove a 2-foot long eel from a man's abdomen that chewed through his intestines, y'all. It chewed through the intestines. Can you imagine? That reminds me of Predator, when it break out through our chest. The nauseating discovery was made when a 31-year-old Indian national was admitted to the hospital on July 27th with excruciating abdominal pain. Doctors learned that the adventurous patient, I like how they're trying to fun it up. He was adventurous, okay, had slipped the phallic fish, okay, up his backside earlier in the day, and it tried to escape. The eel had bitten through the patient's rectum and colon to escape into the abdominal cavity. This is what horrors are made of. Just the very thought. Okay. The patient was immediately examined, underwent several imaging tests, including an x-ray that showed the eel's skeleton lying inside his abdominal cavity. Here's a screenshot of what it looked like in surgery. Listen. What? The eel bit its way through the man's intestine into his abdominal cavity. He had to have emergency surgery. They sliced open the patient's torso and found the live eel stretching more than 25 inches long, roughly 4 inches in diameter. The creature and a line, okay, we use for our tacos, was up in there too. The doctors tried to remove the eel through the patient's bottom, but the line was blocking the way. So you put the eel up your butt and stuck a line behind it to keep it in? Sir, yeah. After checking for additional foreign objects hidden inside the man, they stitched him on up, okay, performed a coloscopy to prevent fecal matter from passing through the cut and bites, okay, rips and tears made by the eel, okay. And they said that this isn't their first time dealing with men that put objects up their buns for pleasure. They have removed bottles, cups, adult toys. But this, however, was a first of an eel eating through the gastrointestinal tract and surviving the acid, the stomach acids, okay. That eel had the will to live. He said, baby, I'm here to stay. You want to feel me in here? Well, I'm here. This isn't the first time an eel was removed from someone's it wasn't the first time. On March 12th, a 12-inch eel slid up. Okay, y'all, did it slide up or did he put it up? It don't matter. It don't matter, do it? I'm not gonna play with the internet. Switching gears again, let's get into these folks here, okay? This one kind of made me chuckle, though it really wasn't funny, but it did make me chuckle, y'all. I hated to say that, but let's get into why it made me chuckle. I'm gonna pull it up on the big screen, okay? Knockdown, drag out fight erupts after woman asks man why he didn't season the chicken that he was cooking. Ma'am, you got into it over the seasoning salt. So these is the two people here. I guess he didn't season it to her likings, okay? A South Carolina family let their chicken preparation preferences get the better of them as a get-together dedicated to cooking and supper devolved into an odd and violent brawl. According to law enforcement, Anthony, he's 27, couldn't tell, stands accused of one count of assault and battery, and the second assault and battery in the third degree over slapstick chicken frying fiasco. Hope, she's 25. That's her right there. Can't tell she's 25. Okay. She stands accused of a lone count of third degree assault and battery. At stake in the alleged fight was both pride and poultry. All right. The foul, okay, play on words, I see what you did there, occurred Sunday evening. This is some weeks ago, so it was not this past Sunday. The deputies were called out about a fight at the house on Cody Lane. And the night in question, authorities would learn about several different spurts of violence between two people. And on and off again, okay, situation began over the flavor or apparent lack of flavor of the chicken being cooked by the man. Okay. The woman allegedly told investigators She asked the man why he didn't season the chicken that was cooking so it would crust up. So I'm thinking he didn't put no flour on it. That's all I'm thinking. After that, she said he attacked her. I know how to cook, and Grammy was going to season the chicken. Harper, okay, Anthony allegedly replied, defending his chicken seasoning skills. At that point, Hope allegedly said, "You're not human, you're a dumb dog." Then upon receiving the second slight, he allegedly pushed the woman into the kitchen table, fell on top of her, and punched her in the face repeatedly, approximately 5 times with a closed fist. The woman scratched the man's arms in response to the punches, the deputies say. Now, a third party made their way into the kitchen and fired a 9mm handgun into the ceiling to stop the attack. Now, doing that didn't slow much up. And lastly, why would you fire up into the ceiling? What if somebody was upstairs? Child. At some point, Anthony was held back, and Hope seized the opportunity to gain that advantage. During the lull, the woman began chasing the man around the house with a steak knife. The deputies wrote in the incident report, he yelling, "She gonna kill me," while breaking free and fleeing. The man ran into his grandmother's bedroom in fear of his life. The deputies wrote, then Harper's grandmother came out of the bedroom, grabbed her broom, and swatted at the woman. You get back! Until she put the knife away and retreated. However, the calm still did not last. Anthony was able to obtain a can of Raid and began spraying Hope in her face and neck. Oh my God. The woman allegedly grabbed the can and sprayed her back. When the deputies arrived, they both insisted on pressing charges against one another. Law enforcement said, "At your wish," and both was arrested the same night and released on bond on Tuesday. Oh my God. Whew. I'm not gonna tell y'all how this tickled my spirit. I hate that it tickled my spirit. Oh my God. And I could visually see the things happening. Okay. When they said he grabbed that Raid, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I lost it. Okay. Getting off into a little bit more seriousness with still a very disturbing case. We're going to go back to Law and Order. This man here, let me see if it showed up. Okay. So this man that we see here walking, okay, he killed his parents and his dog. Okay. Authorities released the body cam. Released it. I said that. Released the body cam of the July shooting. They wounded him because what we see in his hand, the officer thought he was coming at him in a weapon. So he did, the officer did fire a couple of shots at him. And when he was down on the ground being arrested, he started singing, "What's love got to do with it?" And Stevie Wonder's "I just call to say I love you." This man is a danger to society and a murderer. Okay. His parents, 77-year-old Ronald and 79-year-old Antoinette, were found dead without their heads. He decapitated. According to the Orange County Police, the day he decapitated the parents, left one head on the counter, mutilated the dog, then took off in a golf cart. The video released by authorities was edited to include narration and subtitles. Said that family members received photographs of the elderly relatives appearing to be severely injured. So he took pictures and he sent them. The cousin stated that he has mental health issues and has been violent in the past. A dispatcher could be heard saying he was also spotted covered in blood, chasing after a maintenance worker with a fork and driving a golf cart near some condos. Okay. In the body cam footage, you're going to hear the officer tell him, get on the ground now, get on the ground now. He did point the gun at him, but he wasn't aware that he had a metal water meter in his hand, and he kept walking blood covered towards the deputy, shouting F you. The officer did fire 5 shots. He was on his stomach, stating, I love you. I'm sorry, you're going to have to die. Moments later, he begged authorities to end his life. He said, just finish me off. Just finish me off. Put one in my head, please. I beg you. All the disturbing circumstances got more jarring when the suspect started singing Love Thing lyrics from Tina Turner and Stevie Wonder. What's love got to do with it? What's love but a secondhand emotion? And I just called to say I love you, he sang with more emphasis. Okay, there is body cam footage of him singing the song. I'll try to link it down in the comments and you guys can watch it. But you know, mental illness and all, you still have to be held accountable for the things that you do. You know, you don't get a pass, you know, unless they find you completely stone cold crazy. Okay. But a teacher, okay, she has lost her eye. Teacher, I'm sorry, she's not a teacher, she's a principal, assistant principal. Okay. North Texas educator may lose eye after campus incident with student. The assistant principal says cuts to school programs contributed to the incident. Okay. And the first thing they like to do is cut funding to the schools. Okay. This is Candra Rogers. Okay. She spoke publicly. We're going to play the video. It's worth listening to the video. Okay. She was severely injured by a middle school student. The boy is 11. Okay. I saw it in another article. If I can find it, I'll share it, but he's 11. You can look it up. It was an incident happening with another student. The teacher was in there. She went in there to try to assist. And when she got there, the student was still irate. Okay. He had overturned furniture and was throwing chairs and everything. And he threw a hanger at her face. She couldn't block it, and it ripped her eye out of the socket. Okay. We're going to listen to her talk about her story because it's worth listening to.
A Corsicana ISD school administrator described in graphic detail the classroom attack that left her severely injured. Hello, I'm Steve Eager. Candra Rogers read a statement to the media, taking no questions, as she described being under attack from the moment she entered the classroom. Fox 4 Sean Rabb in studio with her story. Sean.
Steve, under attack from chairs being hurled, attempting to defend herself and another administrator. She was struck by an object in the face that's taking something precious, both physically and emotionally. Candra Rogers, holding precious, both physically and emotionally. Candra Rogers, holding hands with her husband Eugene, followed by family, walks into the Corsicana ISD boardroom, reliving August 15th, the urgent call for help at Collins Intermediate in a classroom for students with behavioral issues. The teacher trying to calm an out-of-control student.
When I arrived, the teacher and students were outside the classroom. One student was holding his head, having been assaulted by the student remaining in the classroom.
What she describes as a violent confrontation, much more than what the district called a classroom disruption.
He picked up a chair and acted as if he would throw it. He finally did throw it at me, but I caught it midair. He picked up another chair to throw at me when another assistant principal entered the room. I used the first chair to block the second. He picked up a third and threw it at the other assistant principal, and I used that initial chair to block the one that he threw at her. After blocking the chair thrown at the other assistant principal, he threw a wooden hanger at me, but I couldn't stop it fast enough. The hanger hit me in my right eye and knocked it out of the socket. I grabbed my blood was pouring out of my head and stumbled out of the classroom door.
Rogers care flighted to Parkland, emergency surgery to try and save her eye.
Doctors were able to reinsert my eye. However, they determined that I've been blinded and they currently believe that my damage is permanent.
She says it's time for the state to reevaluate the education code and how marginalized students are disciplined.
Overly aggressive students need services to meet their needs, but I do not believe the safety of other students and the educational staff should suffer.
It's not the child's fault per se, but it is the child's fault. It has to be dealt with. You can't just say, well, you know, this person has a mental condition, so we'll let it go.
Attorney George Ashford is not part of this case, but
and that's what needs to be said. We understand that children have they have more needs than others. But picking up chairs and throwing them at teachers should not be in fear, should not work in fear at school because they're getting jumped on and beat up. Then if the teachers fight back, everyone's in outrage. Oh my God, they fought the student back. It's the job they picked. I don't care what job you pick. You should not be beat up trying to do your job. That kid knew what he was doing. 11, he knew, I'm gonna pick up this chair. Dang, you blocked it. I'm gonna hit you with this chair. Ripped her eye out with a hanger. This was so disturbing and so heartbreaking. And there is funding being taken away from schools where children that have these kind of anger management problem need to be in a whole, maybe there needs to be a smaller, like a two teachers to one student. And maybe they only need to go to school 5 hours a day because they need smaller. I don't know what they need to do, but something has to happen to that student, mental health and all. He needs to be in detention, you know, the little kid detention, and he needs to sit some years. He needs to sit some years, not no slap on the wrist, because he's going to pick up a chair and do this to somebody else. Y'all, I'm not going to play the whole video, but look for her story. Just absolutely devastating. Okay, absolutely devastating. That leads me into my thoughts on Wiley. Okay, YouTuber The Wiley Show. Hoocha, he showed more than his ass. And what was disturbing watching him wasn't just because he showed his ass, but he knew what he was doing and the calculation of it. He was taking down numbers. Like there was a point in the video, and we're not going to play the whole video. It's really at the Walmart here for a minute. When they was like, oh, what's the number? Oh, I need to call this number. Okay. He was conscientiously, deliberately naming his uncle, who obviously he hates, as the perpetrator on purpose. Okay. Showed his clothes. Yes, he's bipolar. Yes, he has mental health. Yes, he needs all the services, but he needs to go wherever the laws say go. Go to jail and sit your butt down. This has, for some, we don't know who's traumatized behind this. Okay, if you have not seen it, we're going to just play the part where he's at the Walmart, okay, doing the most.
If this is a doctor's office, say prescriber. Now, in a few words, tell me how I can help you this morning. You can also say menu or press pound. Okay, here are some options. To refill a prescription, press 1. Check the Status of an order. 2. Hear the pharmacy hours. 3. Connect to the prescriber line. 4. Or just tell me in your own words why you're calling today.
Let's speak to a representative.
Before I transfer you, you need someone in the pharmacy, right?
Yes.
All right, let me get you to someone.
This is Melvin Cartwright. I'm at Walmart at the pharmacy at 7050 South Cicero Avenue, Bedford Park, Illinois, 60638. And I have a bomb strapped to my back with a black shirt, and I have on blue jeans and black shoes.
This right here, all of this, the address he named was for a Walgreens in Illinois, Chicago. He is standing in Vegas in that particular Walmart. He knew exactly where he was. He knew exactly what he was doing. Okay. Very, very strategic. In my opinion, he did this to get off the street. Homeless in Vegas, hot. The degrees is 900 degrees. Don't got no water bottle. Probably ain't getting no YouTube check. Them views is dropping. The YouTube check, I'm sure he's getting over the threshold of $100, but the money probably wasn't like it was. They're not donating. He wanted to be arrested, and I think he thought, I'm gonna do this outlandish thing, go viral. I'm gonna have my mental illness, and they're gonna let me go. And that's not how it went. But this was absolutely a shit show.
I'm in here, Illinois, because Minister Louis Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam, sent me to bomb the Walmart. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad told me to come, Melvin Cartwright, to bomb Walmart Supercenter. I have the bomb right now. It's going to go off in 2 minutes at 7050 Cicero. I'm here. I'm going to bomb the Walmart. Melvin Cartwright, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad sent me. I'm going to bomb the Walmart. Kim is going to die. It's a white lady with a phone. She's calling her last wishes. And I told her in 2 minutes, I'm going to...
Having time to slip in sarcasm. She's calling her last wishes. Okay. Now, my perspective might be unpopular. I didn't see this as a manic, depressive, bipolar episode. Okay. You had time to slip in some sarcasm. She's calling her. You know she ain't calling her damn last wishes.
Bomb the Walmart on 7050 South Cicero. It's a white gentleman with a black hat and a white shirt. He's standing in line. I told him I'm going to bomb him and blow him up to pieces. Melvin Cartwright, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad sent me, another man, Mexican man. I told him I'm going to bomb him back to Mexico. I have the bomb strapped.
I'm going to bomb you back to Mexico. And another thing, I like how nobody was getting up out of there. I would have, if I had heard somebody talking about they got a bomb, I would have been in a full-blown panic and would have left. They're like, child, we in this. That's that line, you know, where you either you Walmart to Walmart funds, or you returning something, or you finna pay a bill. Them people like, sir, blow it up then, shit.
To me right now, Melvin Cartwright. Melvin Cartwright, the pastor of True Church Holiness, have a bomb strapped to me. I am going to bomb Teresa and blow her up to pieces because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad called me on the phone. Hello. Melvin Cartwright. This is not Wiley. This is Melvin Cartwright.
Wiley, stop this. Get the fuck out of Walmart.
Melvin Cartwright. Who? Melvin Cartwright. I'm going to bomb you, Teresa. I'm going to bomb you.
And in that voice, I'm going to bomb you, Teresa. I'm going to bomb. It was performative. It was, this wasn't giving mental breakdown. This was giving jokes on y'all. Okay. And mind you, I do know, I get it. He has mental illness. But I also no, he's admitted he's a troll of his own mouth, and he wants his moment. And this was it. And another friend of mine stated, what if he had have said Armand Wiggins was the one with the bomb? You know what I'm saying? This was, it had moments, I'm not gonna lie, it had moments of funniness, inappropriate humor, okay? But this really wasn't funny. This was fucked up. And he knew what he was, I'm gonna bomb you, Teresa. He knew what he was doing.
I'm gonna blow you up to pieces. I'm gonna blow you up to pieces. I'm gonna blow you up to pieces. A bomb. I'm gonna blow you up to pieces. Teresa, stop playing with me. I'm gonna blow you up. Do you the store lead? I'm gonna blow you up to pieces. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad sent Melvin Cartwright to bomb this Walmart on 7050 South Cicero Avenue, Bedford Park, Illinois, 60638. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad sent me to bomb this Walmart. Melvin Cartwright. Melvin Cartwright. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad sent me 7050 South Cicero Avenue, Bedford Park, Illinois, 60638. Bomb. You on the, I'm going to send the bomb, the store lead. Bomb.
Mind you, 2 minutes have been passed. I'm gonna blow us up in 2 minutes, child. We on what, 6 minutes now?
Honorable Elijah Muhammad sent Melvin Cartwright to bomb this place.
Yes, please.
Melvin Cartwright. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad told me that in 2 minutes, this Walmart will be blown up. He sent me over from Gaza.
Sorry?
Melvin Cartwright. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad sent me, Melvin Cartwright, to bomb this Walmart. I have the book bag to bomb it. You have 2 minutes to get out.
And some people said, is he trying to do suicide by cop? I feel we were grateful that those that was on the live watching it happen in real time, that when the cop pulled up, it was no issue. It was peaceful. Guns weren't pulled. They basically was like, come on. I got the feeling he had been called on before. So when they seen him, they knew, just come on, let's go. Because if you look at the I don't want to use the word vibe, but the interaction, it wasn't get on the ground, get off. It was, come on, put your hands behind here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking he had already had either incident with them, or people had been reporting him or what have you. But this, he need all the, whatever the law is giving him, he need all of it. If it say he need to sit down 5 years, sit down 5 years. He need it. And he needs to be in a mental facility with mental services. But here's the sad thing. When you get in prison, the mental health services in prison versus being in prison in a mental institute that's supposed to help him, he's not going to get the care that he needs, right? So yeah, this is a shit show.
If you do not get out, you will be blown up to pieces. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad sent me, Melvin Cartwright, the pastor of the True Church of Holiness, to bomb this Walmart. To bomb it. To bomb it. You have 2 minutes.
Wiley, please.
Melvin Cartwright. Gray book bag, green shirt, the bomb, the Walmart.
I'm waiting for this to get on the news.
No, all right.
It's coming. I'm pretty sure it's coming.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said to bomb the Walmart.
I just come in and make sure you get my keys.
To bomb the warehouse. This is Melvin Cartwright. I'm at the Walmart 7050. And
notice the whoever on dispatch or the cop said Marquise, because multiple people was calling and giving his correct information. So they got and knew what was what. Okay. I was definitely one of the people that called and gave information.
It's a bomb that's gonna go off in 2 minutes.
Among with hundreds of other people.
A bomb gonna go off in 2 minutes. A bomb gonna go off in 2 minutes. Melvin Cartwright, 5735 South Indiana. Honorable Elijah Muhammad sent me the guys to bomb the White House, to bomb this Walmart on behalf of the terrorists in Gaza. To bomb the White, everybody out. Melvin Cartwright is in the building. He's going to bomb this Walmart. He was sent by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Everybody move back. This Walmart is going to be blown up in 2 minutes. Get the motherfucking moving. It's a bomb. Move, 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 move.
Oh my God.
Do you want to?
Listen, that is so appropriately funny, but when I tell you that this boy is a fool. Oh my God. I mean, this is wild. And then the little lady right here, she said, yeah, this is a mess. Oh my God, I should not have laughed, but let me tell you, when he told him get the fix it, Jesus.
Die, Mel? Yeah. Melvin got a bomb.
Yeah.
Do you want to get blown up to pieces? Okay. Well, you ain't got no sense. You are.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. She was thinking his shit. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a mess. Okay. Oh my God, y'all. But he knew what he was doing. I'm not gonna be convinced he didn't. This was not no, I don't believe this. It does it, and I'm no expert. I absolutely cannot diagnose. Okay. But it doesn't give psychotic break. It gives fuck shit. It gives I'm viral. It gives I'm trolling. With my bop. It's hard to differentiate when he's trolling and when he's really having an episode. This just isn't giving episode. This gives you gonna get your consequence. You gonna get some help, but I feel like he wanted shelter. Arrest me. Get me off these hot Vegas streets. It's hot. I'm hungry. Hunger pains. He probably should have had a Snickers. Hunger pains have you out here fucking up.
Already in the chair. Melvin Cartwright is gonna bomb the Walmart. Melvin Cartwright was sent by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He's gonna bomb you, sir. You got a K, he's gonna bomb you. What is your name? Melvin Cartwright, True Church of Holiness, 5735. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad sent him to go to 7050. This location, 7050 South Cicero Avenue, Bedford Park, Illinois, to bomb the White House. Oh my God! What's going on?
See how he switched up with the fake crying? And he was also through the whole video. I've watched this video a good 3 times. He switched up crying, fake crying. It was this was a complete act. He got what he wanted. His video has 23,000 views, 600 likes, almost 900 comments, and he's not even here to enjoy the fruits of his labor. He's not even here to enjoy it, and I don't even know if he will even be back. I wonder, will he be off of YouTube because of this? Like, will the cops get involved with YouTube and like take his channel from him? YouTube shit, hell, it you know, he ain't murder nobody, so who knows?
Where's the police? Where's the police? Melvin Cartwright's in there. He's gonna bomb this place. Where is the police?
Over here, Mr. Dale.
Officer Gale is gonna bomb you. Melvin Cartwright's gonna bomb. Where's the police? Oh my God, officer. Melvin Cartwright's in there. He's gonna bomb. Oh my God.
You see how easy they did. They like, come on, put your hands behind your back. Okay, you got what you wanted. You viral. Okay.
Oh, wait.
Thank you.
My name is not Melvin Cartwright.
My name is not Melvin Cartwright, child. So I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I want to play the whole thing because I've watched, like I said, it was worth the watch because it was a shit show. But I'm not gonna play the whole thing. We're gonna move on from this. Yeah. So my thoughts on Wiley: he needs whatever consequence he's gonna get. Go sit in jail, get you some mental help. But also, here's another thing. While he's wherever he gonna be, okay, there needs to be things in place so that there's funding, housing, or something where he's able to keep up his medical. I'm guessing he gets Medicaid, state-funded insurance. Perhaps he hasn't had his medicine because his insurance is cut off. Why? Because he hasn't thought or hasn't had the time to stop and fill out the application because he hasn't got mail because he doesn't have stable housing to get mail, right? He probably doesn't have a friend or a family member because when you're homeless, you can do just a mailing address. It doesn't have to be your home. It can be your mailing address. He may not have someone he trusts that he can have his mail. He may have, these are assumptions, but if they can't keep the insurance on, they can't get their medicine. If there aren't any facilities where they can, now there are homeless shelters and things of that nature where they can eat, but there may need to be more. It needs to be designated help for people with mental illness and someone doing some checks and balances to check up and say, hey, we haven't heard from Wiley in 2 months. His medicine is due. What do we need to do? I know that's probably asking a lot. You need more manpower. But if you don't have checks and balances and things in place like that, this is why we have the world overrun with mental illness and no support. But this was deliberate. Even with all of that said, I feel this was very much deliberate, very much get me up off the street, very much not demure. Okay. Very much I'm hot, hungry, and I want 3 hots in the cot. And you got it. Okay. It just is what it is. Let me know down in the comment, what are your thoughts about how this played out? And have you watched the video from beginning to end? Let's move on with the next subject. This one here was a new fear unlocked. Let me tell you. To sit on the toilet, we just sit on the toilet. We don't, I don't look in it, like study it. I know it's my toilet. It's good for me. Okay. A man out in Thailand, okay, sat down and a snake, that snake right there, bit him on the ball sacks. Can you believe it? Girl, sirs, no ma'am. Okay. He went and headed to the bathroom. He said he flushed the toilet to make sure there was no unwanted surprises because monsoons often bring reptiles out of the depths. And then he popped the squat and suddenly felt a sharp pain in his testicles and realized, look at this. My God, has sunk their teeth into his child. It was dug into his scrotums. He said he firmly grabbed the snake and tried to rip it. Rip it? I guess you got to get it off as fast as you can, but it was too strong and stayed locked in place. Freaking out, he scanned the room, zeroed in on a toilet brush, which he used to brutally beat the snake until it finally went limp and died. Girl, bye. So of course, the neighbor took him to the hospital. He says he's feeling fine. His balls are good. He's nursing his snake bites. Child, gotta put salve and things. Thankfully, it's non-venomous. Baby, listen. I'm horrified. It doesn't get any horrible than that. Did y'all know this had happened? I didn't know. Now I'm glued looking at my toilet like 10 times before I sit down. What's there? If you eat boar's head lunch meat. That's a good lunch meat too. I sure hate that this is happening to the plant. They have a recall in a worse way. Okay. Mold, mildew, listeria is going on. Mold, mildew, infestation, insects, okay, are all at a plant. It has been tied to a listeria outbreak. I've had boar's head lunch meat. I like treat myself to. It's a good brand of lunch meat if it's in your area. It's also caused some deaths. One death in particular, you guys, I saw a man, I believe he was 70 or he may have been 80. His family said that he lived and survived through the Holocaust. And you can Google, man dies, boar's head food, Holocaust survivor. Lived through the Holocaust only to get hold of this raggedy meat, and it took him out.
The family of Gunter Gershon Morgenstein of Newport News says he is one of them. Family members of Gunter Gershon Morgenstein are still shocked by how he died.
We're all still in shock for all of the things, that he's seen and been through in his life to come to that, lunch meat.
Gershon Morgenstein says his father grew up in Germany and is a Holocaust survivor. He says his father's parents would hide him in the floorboards of their home until they were able to escape Germany and move to America years later. He never imagined this is how his 88-year-old father would die.
He always ate lunch meat, always boar's head, and me too for a good majority of my life. I don't eat, liverwurst, but that was something that he ate, and those types of things because he was European. But yeah, we're all still in shock.
When his father got sick on July 8th and died 10 days later, Morgenstein says he went through his father's shopping history and he saw he bought boar's head deli meat. Later, his death certificate would confirm his cause of death.
Listeria, meningiocephalitis. He had meningitis at the end. They had to do a lumbar puncture to confirm that, and the meningitis is a side effect of the listeria.
Although Morgenstein is still coping with his father's death, he says he wishes he can tell his father one thing.
I love you and I miss you, and I'm sorry that this happened.
Wow. He died. So, yeah. I'm not going to get into the whole article, but they did do a Freedom of Information Act to gather up the instances they had. They've had the ready to meat sitting out in vats. They were not properly packaged. There was black mold substances out there, green algae growth, condensation dripping over the meat. Insect infestations were occurring, a constant problem, flies, gnats, ants, beetles, and cockroaches. There were vats of pickles that were clean. Like, it was a mess. Blood on the floor, rancid smell throughout, meat residue left on equipment, which contributed to the bacteria. A mess. So if you do have boar's head in your refrigerator, you need to return it immediately, okay? Because that is out there. And I also brought that up because it's lunchtime. School is back in, right? So people are taking their lunch. I know we've all seen that Wendy Williams is back. I know she's probably not about to come on in and start her show back up, but I am a Wendy Williams fan. I'm not the super fan because she did some things I wasn't too fond of, but I'm a fan enough that she looked good. Okay. She was smiling. She seemed healthy. And I think that's a good thing. Okay. She was with Dr. What's his name? Dr. Sebi. That's his son or grandson. Okay. And so she was out in these streets, had a little boots on. Okay. So it was just good to see her. It's not really much to talk about, but it's great to see she's alive. Okay. And well, and I think that's what a lot of people was hoping to see. All right. Gun safety. Why are we still not putting up our guns, okay, out of a child's reach? Okay. When I hear stories like this, you can't blame the kids, okay? But some of these children will have a trauma because they have actually killed a loved one at such a young age. A 2-year-old accidentally shoots the mother's boyfriend, okay, in the home. It says a 2-year-old accidentally shoots their mother's boyfriend Monday morning, leaving him in critical condition. Okay, when they arrived, they found a man was shot once. He was flown out by helicopter in critical condition. After they investigated, it appears the man was prepping to leave his house and placed the handgun in a nearby chair. Why? In a nearby chair. Who soon to turn 3 years old picked up the gun, and they believe the child accidentally fired the gun, shooting the man. No one else was injured. Okay, this is the mother's boyfriend. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, if you're not going to secure your gun, then you don't need one. And if he survives, he needs to be charged. There was also an article I came across. A 2-year-old shot his pregnant mother through the back and killed her.
No, she called me in hysterics. I couldn't get any more information from her other than something about my son and calling 911.
Norwalk police getting this 911 call. A call one man will never forget. That's Laura Ilg's husband telling officers his 2-year-old son shot his wife. It all played out at their Woodlawn Avenue home last Friday.
This is very rare.
Norwalk Police Chief David Smith tells me the young boy accidentally got a hold of the gun. Laura Ilg was hit in the back. She was 33 weeks pregnant. The mom rushed to the Fisher Titus Medical Center.
An emergency C-section was done at the hospital at the time she arrived, and the unborn child passed away at 2:08.
Ilg also pronounced dead at this time. Police say the 2-year-old is with his father. The investigation is still ongoing.
And everything in the investigation just indicates this was just a tragic mistake.
The gun was left out, but and shouldn't have been accessible to the child, but apparently she didn't know he was in the room at the time.
As the investigation continues, officers hope no other families ever have to deal with something like this.
Couldn't envision it happening the first time.
Okay, you can actually Google children shooting their parents because they're getting hold of guns that are just lying around. That's no one's fault. You get shot accidentally, that is on you or whoever left the gun out. And it's unfortunate that this is a very preventable thing. Oh my goodness, that just burns me. Okay, Lord, let's get to this lady. So this isn't new. Okay, I had been meaning to talk about it. Y'all know I'm trying to get caught up on some topics. This lady has a crush on another lady's boyfriend. He's like a gym rat. And so she rolled down on a pistol with the girlfriend and beat her up. Look at here.
An obsession with a stranger at a gym leads to violence. And now we're hearing from the victims of an alleged stalker in Oakland County. Thanks for being here with us for the News at 6. I'm Kimberly Gill.
I'm Devin Skilliott. A local couple trying to comprehend why one of them was assaulted by someone neither of them had ever even met. Victor Williams told us at 5 how GU is accused of putting tracking devices on the couple's car before police say she attacked the girlfriend of the man she had seen.
So she took the time to buy tracking devices, put them on a car. So she's been studying this man. She's had her eye on this man.
Working out. Victor, you also had a chance to speak to the couple.
Yeah, that's right. And we spoke to the woman who was assaulted. She said that she was pistol whipped after the gun didn't go off, and she had no idea why any of this.
So not only did she pistol whip her, but she meant to shoot her. She wanted to shoot her, shoot and kill her. Gun wouldn't work. Now I'm gonna pistol whip you. A complete stranger.
This was happening.
I mean, they found, 2 live rounds, and the detective said if she knew how to work the gun, I'd be dead.
This woman who wants to remain anonymous is still understandably shaken up after 52-year-old GU allegedly stalked and attacked her, all because of a crush on her boyfriend that started at the gym.
No idea who the lady is.
She approached me one time at the gym, didn't know her name, had said maybe 2 or 3 words to her.
Police say that you used trackers on both of the couple's vehicles and tried to take the girlfriend out of the picture. At first, the victim had no idea she was in any danger at all.
She came and knocked on the window and said she was a door dasher and she was trying to find 80 Chevlin. So I was trying to help her find the address. I looked down at my phone to put it in my phone to try to help her, and when I looked back up, she had a gun in my face.
He was now being held on $1 million bond, but the couple isn't necessarily happy with the charges of just felonious assault, stalking, felony firearm, tracking a motor vehicle, and concealed carry.
I think she should be charged for attempted murder. She definitely was trying to rack the gun.
Agreed. I wonder what is the criteria for putting out charges. She tried to rack the gun. It was bullets there, and y'all don't put attempted murder. I agree with them.
She didn't know how to work the gun.
Chief Brian Buchholz with the Hazel Park Police Department says one live round was found on the ground.
It was a semi-automatic weapon, and she slid the rack, and a live round came out.
It's crazy that someone can literally attempt to shoot somebody and not get charged with attempted murder and just get charged with a couple 5-year felonies. It's mind-blowing to me.
Now, we did reach out to the Oakland County prosecutor to see why they went the route they went with the charges, and at this point in time, we haven't heard anything back. But the chief over here in Hazel Park, he is commending his officers for being able to connect the dots in such a short amount of time with not a lot to work with. In Hazel Park, Victor Williams, local.
What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think? Do you feel she should be charged with attempted murder? If you're into the law and you know about these things, be sure to comment below, because I'm completely floored. Okay, now y'all know my song. Okay, let me find my song. This guy, so I didn't know this guy that made what I think the song is called Pictures. Let me find the song, because this one here, this song is on my playlist. Like, I love this song. It's played daily. Okay, so this guy who made this song has been in jail for over a year. Let me give you a little sample, because I this my junk. We gonna play it. Y'all remember this song? I played it a couple times.
2 a.m., the night still young. You live by the gun, you gon' die by the gun. Ain't no handouts for nobody. When I ain't had shit, they ain't offer me nothing. When I'm quiet, I be thinking about killers. A lot of nigga bitch may stay in they feelings. Saving these hoes, this shit here pitiful. All these little bitty bitch my chillings. And mama, don't worry, you raised the gangster. I'm a survivor. It hurt me not being able to give you what you want since I was a toddler. Shout out to my pops, father, free game. Everything you ever told me is stuck in my brain. Real OG status and like to make a change. Shit, the tears right this and so much pain.
And it's interesting that I got it at the father's part. So he actually killed his barber, and his barber is the one that got him the hairstyle. Okay, so hold on, his court. I'm like, he blew up and everything, and now he is in jail. It's crazy.
Superstar blow up was his unique style and haircut. Short in the front and longer in the back. Now, according to the superstar himself, the hairstyle was originally his barber's idea, and he decided to roll with it.
It was originated from my uncle, my barber. He got it, and then he was like, it would look good on you because you superstar. He said it'll be your haircut. So he's like, let me make you your haircut.
So you got that part. Let's get to the actual video of it being on the news. I'm like, what in the world? I don't know how I missed this whole article. And I'm scrolling down and I run across his Instagram, and sure enough, he talking about it on his Instagram. Hold on.
A rapper from Panola County is behind bars charged with murder. WRG's Mike Sirianni spoke with the victim's grandmother who witnessed that shooting.
Wow.
He was a real soft-hearted person. He did whatever he could to help anybody. He was a really nice person.
Mary Ann Strong is the grandmother of 40-year-old Marcus Wheatley, gunned down Wednesday behind his mobile home where he was a barber. Strong says she saw Kadarius Pride, a.k.a. Superstar Pride, the man charged with Wheatley's death, enter the mobile home, heard loud voices, and saw an armed Pride chase her grandson out of the mobile home.
And the young man was following him, shooting at him, and he finally shot him down.
Strong ran to this field, and she watched in horror as Pride continued to fire at her grandson.
He fell here. He shot about 3 times after he fell. And he walked over to me, and he pointed the gun at me and asked me if I was going to tell it.
She says she had no idea what Pride meant, but she says he wasn't finished.
And he came.
So he said, is you going to snitch on me? This is absolute craziness.
Back out here and fired a last shot in his head.
She says Pride left in his red pickup truck, later found abandoned in Pope, Mississippi. He later turned himself in to the Panola County Sheriff's Office. Pride's father could offer no reason for what his son allegedly did.
You know, it's still just something that's got to be looked into and to see what all transpired. You know, as of now, it's just so early.
But Mary.
Now this happened a year ago. In the song, you heard him say, shout out to my pops. In the interview that I was watching, he gives great accolades to his father, and that his father was kind of like tough on him, like, you're going to go down the right path. We don't do the bad things. And he appreciated his father for like guiding him. So it's crazy, you know, that he ended up in this situation. But yeah.
And Strong believes the shooting resulted from Wheatley's refusal to take part in one of Pride's music videos in California.
He wanted Marcus to follow him, and Marcus couldn't do it. He couldn't help him make more money.
In Panola County, Mike Sirianni, WREG News Channel 3.
Hard thing for a grandmother to witness. In the meantime, Kadarius Pride is being held without bond.
And he has been. This is just insane. And he did speak about how he was, you know, basically poor, didn't have money, etc. Let me share my screen really quickly. This was I'm like, that's my song. Why would you ruin it? So this is him right here. And if you come down into the caption, okay, he says, after a year with no bond, I finally got a court date, September 3rd. So that's coming up in a couple of days. On top of that, I lost my grandfather. CW sent a prayer up for my entire family. I want to give a big thanks to all my fans for the love and support every step of the way. I've had time to sit back with my thoughts, and I've decided to go full force with this music from here on out. I promise y'all I will not disappoint when I get back to it. I guess he think he gonna walk away from this. So I didn't know. This was completely news to me. Because like I said, I like that song. I don't know any other song he made, but I like that one. It is still on my playlist. Man, that is just, you know, yeah, well, it is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. We're gonna talk about some more things when I go live later. I appreciate you all being here. I didn't know this was gonna be an hour and 30 minutes. Let me tell you what other stuff we gotta talk about. We gotta talk about Snoop Dogg and Masterpiece on Walmart. We got to talk about a cat being stapled in a classroom and why. We got to talk about a drunkard driving a Hummer, running over a girl and ripping her leg off. We got to talk about Daddy's Girls. Bunny left. She dropped her story time, and we need to discuss it. So this is already like an hour and 30 minutes worth of video. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it on up. Yeah, let me know down in the comments what you think, how you feel. Did you enjoy the live? If you did, as always, drop some purple hearts for your girl. And again, I appreciate y'all being here, and I will see you guys in the next one. What's